Hi, my name is Trop. I get a lot of questions, so today I'll be answering one of the most asked questions.
Why the game is dying? It's hard to find and the players who host lobbies can't keep it up forever, so they leave. The game has a very high skill ceiling and a very high skill floor. The gameplay and mechanics is nothing like any other game, which makes it harder for new people to pick up, so they just go try it once and leave it. Also makes it harder to enjoy the game when a guy who spent 8 months grinding it out just stomps on you and you have played it for 2 weeks. So you lose the joy of playing. But one thing that would be great for the game would be some advertisement, and if we could get it to Steam or another platform where people would notice it. Also dividing the player base so new players has a place to learn, play and have fun, and another place for pros to play would be sick. And more content creators. It has been heavy having the entire community on my shoulders with my guides. They take a long time to make and I enjoy it, but I also cannot carry the whole thing by myself. I miss more people making content, cause people can do it but they are afraid that they will fail. Just don't care. Do it. You divide members into two side cadets and sup. Your policy was wrong. You start all that drama here and there, another drama on the comp and summit side too. So let's start with the official Riot server. We'll see that the support side is always getting attention and acting very aggressive and toxic chatter in VC about the cadets. I never seen Papa in the general VC. Also the cadets side does not allow them to talk about the game or even make alerts about the game, and also why you are talking about the game and you are not supportive of it. All server members is a supporter of the game. Not all supporters support with money. Money only cares to greedy people. Before presenting any idea they put forward, is this idea from sub side or not, and if it's sub side the dev team care and look in it. If not from the sub, they don't care about the idea. For example, is screenshot Siren his right to ask where the update and when is going to release. As you can see why the supporters attacked him aggressively and telling him you are a white name. What the difference between white or purple or red or black? We all the same. We are all members to the server. Even in my opinion, Siren easy to him to beat them in the game. He spent hours more than them in the game. Mods are very sensitive. Got 1 week timeout. Bex, I post a video on modded server and mods goes crazy. Karens. Cheating not allowed. LOL. Cheating not allowed in public, not in private server. They banned a lot of players from the comp side, so players start spread hate about the mods and comp side and join the summit side as the new escape away from the sensitive mods. So mods hate the summit and summit hate the comp side and the mods. I can't see any of the mods in the summit, even Papa. The development team needed development team. Try to get more people in the development team. It's been a long time from the last update, nothing have it change. Or new players getting scammed thinking that the game has titans and there are no titans. Why do you expect them to help or support you? They don't even trust you, and when treat them like strangers when they're asking to add a titan to the game. And how they going to support you when they see that you divided the Discord into 2 categories and the comp side also 2 categories? Plans got disbanded and more in the way because the same normal gameplay, the same things, nothing changed for a long time. Players leaving the game, same old maps, same old guns. Tournament late and pause until the captain team decide the team go up or down on the map. It's so boring to watch on stream. No new tournaments ideas. The same commenters on tournaments try to add new people in the comment side like Swaggy. Papa try to leave the sub VC and join the general VC. Talk with people, gain their trust to support you. Mods on the summit also sensitive. Imagine being timeout. Bex posting memes both sides, summit and comp, and the official does not support the freedom of opinions. No EU host all the time. Let me show you the ugly face to your supporters.
Oh, it's fucking Mudskipper, nigga.
Pigeon gaslighting me when it came to bullying in the call that he saw and heard taking place consistently was not happening, and that he didn't believe me when I told him about it. Rex being extremely disrespectful, insulting my mental state instead of addressing the problem I was having in the VC that he knew was going on. We talked about it in the past, but when I told him to do something about it, he completely blew it off and made the conversation about mental health when I just wanted to know if he was going to do something, because he said that he would if I explained it in full. So I did. He reacted by saying I was verbally attacking him when I wasn't. I was trying to be calm and told him at the very beginning of the conversation that I respected him and hoped that he would have listened, since he has in the past. When I mentioned Leviathan was involved, there was a very clear switch to ignoring the issue of being treated horribly being brought up. Leviathan, something needs to be done about her. She only acts this way of bullying members and getting her friends to target them because she knows she can get away with it, especially in a server that encourages this type of behavior with the competitive focus on tournaments and payments, making a person's opinion valid when it really doesn't. What I have to say about Rourke: he needs to clean up the Kofi community and speak to the mods about their lack of inaction and how their blatant favoritism influences influences their actions when it comes to newer vs older members.
Hi everyone, my name is Neshinaye. To why this game is dying. Now I know some are already wondering, what is map stagnation? Well, it's basically where the players get tired of a map. Sometimes it's one map, sometimes it's more than one map. Regardless, depending on how important the map is to the game, it can make the game feel boring. This is most notable when there's not a lot of interactivity with the map and there's not many maps in the game to begin with. Maps aren't kinetic enough, there's nothing interactive about them, there's no special events, there's no weather, there's no day-night cycle, there's no NPCs, there's no civilians, there's no birds even. The clouds don't really move, to be honest. No banners, there's no moving doors, there's no damage to the environment if an explosion occurs, there's no bullet holes in the walls that stay. Second reason would be, of course, the poor marketability of the game. And not only is this poor marketability is harming the ability for this community to stay alive, but also its ability to grow. And let me explain. As most members of the community is aware of, needless to say, the title is misleading and tends to attract people expecting an Attack on Titan fan game with, Titans. Now, I respect the decision of Work to go ahead and pursue a different type of AOT fan game that doesn't rely on Titans as a selling point, but instead explores the different avenues of player v player conflict as well when it comes to the 3D MG gear. If Rourke wants to try something different, that's cool. However, the problem with this is that it inadvertently takes out the one thing that would, of course, be attracting people to be playing the game in the first place, that would want to try it out. Because when people think Attack on Titan fan game, they think it's, of course, a fan game where you attack Titans. And when it comes to the game itself, you're using Attack on Titan characters. You got one of the characters known for wanting to kill Titans. You got a character known for losing everything, Levi. Because Levi, of course, lost everything because not only did he grow up in a messed up world. And we got these characters people love, people want to play as. We got this rich history with the background involving the game. We got the, of course, attractive aspect people love to try, always imagine, hey, what if we could fight Titans? Now, why am I bringing this up? The problem is this Rourke game is dying. You're often wondering, like, why people always want to ask about Titans. You're wondering about why people don't want to support the game, why people think it's incomplete, why people want content at the very least that would make the game more fun to play, that isn't comp focused. Because now you can't even market the game based off what the characters do. You're making everything based around tournaments and competition. You can't refer to the characters because Titans are not allowed to be referenced or even shown in the game. So Rourke, when it comes to people asking about the Titans and when you encourage support to talk down the people who have legitimate questions about it, here's a better solution, okay? If you want to do a better job marketing this game, even though you removed one of the most major aspects, you need to add an in-game explanation for why there's no Titans in the first place. You need to focus on adding things that make the people happy and way more engaged when playing as the characters. You need to add content that'll make people more likely to stick around and have fun instead of being serious and being caught up in like the competitions, which is basically focusing on a PvP aspect that most players are not here to really participate in, which is again most likely, from what I've gathered, why a lot of people just rather not participate in the tournaments, because of how toxic the competitive community has gotten, because of how much focus has been put on how much better you can be as opposed to your opponent versus just enjoying the game. I will get more into the community aspect within my next reason, but Titan Sting, I think an in-game explanation should be given. You could even tie this into making the maps more interactive. You could add a journal that you can look for around the map. You can find journals. One of them within the city is going to show Hanji why there are no Titans available, why players are finding each other, the characters. Hanji could be examining the styles of each player or character. She could be examining what the characters do in their free time, and then just notes scattered across the map. That sort of stuff would be pretty fun, and you could even make an achievement for it. It would be a great way to market the game, because you could show like, hey, you could do this with the characters that you can't do in other games as well. It would take the attention away from the Titans in a healthy way. It would be naturally integrated into the background of the game and help it feel more lived in, more alive. That sort of thing tends to attract players all the time. You know, Attack on Titan has such a lived in world, and with how characters seem to suffer within the series, it's a perfect opportunity to add more of that type of stuff. It's something that the old days of the fandom always tend to love. So marketing and playing into the interests of the audience doesn't have to be Titans. It could be as simple as expanding on the characters in a nice way. It wouldn't take as much effort as making a whole new map. It wouldn't take as much effort as adding a whole new mode, like a Levi Ackerman mode. But those are just simple things you could add when it comes to the marketing. You could also do another huge major thing, and that would be, of course, changing the title of the game. Do not have it called Rourke's Attack on Titan fan game. First of all, it's way too long. Second of all, it has Attack on Titan in the title as the main focus, like Attack on Titan. Make it Attack on Titan PvP, or Attack on Titan Battle Series, or Attack on Titan Versus Series. That's much better. Shingeki no Human, not only with that whole thing, death cannot be easily broken down into give us money if you want this in the game, because that honestly brings up a lot of snobbish behavior that you definitely do not want to be the first impression on new up-and-coming fans. Show people that are just recently coming to the community respect and be consistent about it, alright? Not just because, you know, treating them respect will make a better chance that they'll want to support your game, but because it's common decency. These are people not just giving time out of their day to participate in your creation, giving you traffic, giving you attention, because, okay, but again, this is free advice. Do not expect your community to want to put up with this and maybe eventually come around to giving you money if you're going to treat them like crap like it. It may have worked in the beginning, of course, when it came to getting those first supporters. Oh, you want to be a part of the cool kids? Join support. Pay for coffee. You want to have an opinion on the game? You need to pay for a coffee. You want updates to come fast? Pay for coffee. You can't just give someone money when there's not really many results being shown.
Solutions: 1. Remove the mods, change them with new people. 2. Try talk in the VC with the new players. 3. Change the tournament's ideas. 4. Make a peace with the summit or take over the summit. 5. Add titans or change the game name. 6. Make the subs of the EU servers to host public every 2 hours of gameplay. 7. Treat all members like the same.